It was just another night on Instagram Live, or so it seemed. A shaky camera, a trembling voice, and then, boom. Malaysia Pargo, tears streaming down her face, hair wild, eyes swollen from a night of crying, looked into the lens and dropped a bombshell that would set the internet ablaze. No filters, no script, just raw, unfiltered truth. "I'm pregnant," she said, her voice breaking. "And the father is Doug Christie." In that moment, the world stopped scrolling. Comments flooded in like a tidal wave. Hashtags erupted, and within minutes, Malaysia's words were trending worldwide. Jackie Christie, Doug's wife of nearly 3 decades, was nowhere near a camera when the news hit, but her name was already climbing the charts. Fans were tagging her, DMing her, begging her to respond. What did Malaysia just say? Is this real? Somebody check on Jackie. The internet was a wildfire, and Malaysia had just lit the match. But what came next would turn a scandal into a full-blown digital execution, with one woman's truth tearing down a marriage, a friendship, and a man who thought he could keep his secrets buried. Malaysia stood in her dimly lit living room, the phone propped on a coffee table, shaking as she wiped her face. Her voice was barely above a whisper, but every word cut like a blade. "I tried to keep this quiet," she said, her breath hitching. "I didn't want to hurt anybody. I swear I didn't." She paused, clutching her stomach, a subtle gesture that sent the chat into a frenzy. "But I'm done protecting people who didn't protect me." The screen lit up with reactions. Shock emojis, all-caps screams, and demands for receipts. Malaysia looked straight into the camera, her eyes fierce despite the tears. "Doug Christie is the father of my baby. And Jackie? She's been acting like everything's perfect while I've been carrying this alone." The live hit 300,000 viewers in under a minute. Twitter exploded with clips, TikTokers stitched the moment, and gossip blogs scrambled to post. Clark's Doug Christie was number 1. Jackie Christie was a close second. And Malaysia? She was either a hero or a villain, depending on who you asked. But one thing was clear. This wasn't just tea. This was a detonation. Across town, Jackie Christie was wrapping up a glam shoot in her dressing room. Her team was packing up, the air filled with chatter about her next Basketball Wives episode. She was all smiles, her signature red lipstick flawless, her hair sleek. Then her assistant burst in, eyes wide, phone in hand. "Jackie, you need to see this, right now." Jackie frowned, sensing the urgency, and grabbed the phone. Malaysia's face filled the screen, tear-streaked and raw, saying Doug's name, saying pregnant. Jackie's breath caught in her throat. The phone slipped from her hand, clattering to the floor. "What the hell is this?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. Her team froze, watching her face shift from confusion to devastation. No, this can't be real." Jackie's chest heaved, her hands trembling as she picked up the phone again. Malaysia's words echoed. Doug knew. He was there. Jackie stumbled back, her knees buckling, and collapsed into her vanity chair. Her makeup artist rushed over, but Jackie waved her off, her eyes locked on the screen. Then, in a moment of chaos, someone bumped her phone and it went live. Jackie's pain was now broadcasting to thousands. The internet was now a split-screen drama. On one feed, Malaysia, pouring out her heart, her voice cracking as she spoke about betrayal. On the other, Jackie, live by accident, her face a mask of shock and fury. Fans toggled between the two, jaws dropped. "Jackie's live too? Oh my god, this is wild." The comments were relentless. "She looks broken." "Malaysia's telling the truth. Somebody save Jackie." Jackie's eyes burned with tears as she stared into the void. "She lied to me," she said softly, her voice shaking. "Malaysia sat at my table, called me family, and now she's saying she's carrying Doug's baby?" She looked into the camera, her voice rising. "Malaysia, you stabbed me in the heart. And Doug, you wrecked everything we built." The live hit 1 million viewers. Jackie's scream echoed across platforms, a raw, primal sound of betrayal. The world couldn't look away. Meanwhile, Doug Christie was at a private gym, mid-workout, oblivious to the storm brewing online. His phone buzzed once, then twice, then 100 times. Texts, calls, tags, notifications. His screen was a war zone. His trainer glanced over. "Yo, you good?" Doug frowned, wiping sweat from his brow, and checked his phone. Malaysia's live was trending. Jackie's live was trending. His name was everywhere. He clicked on Malaysia's feed first, and her words hit like a punch. That night wasn't a mistake. Doug was there, he knew. Doug's face went pale. He switched to Jackie's live, seeing her crumpled in her chair, tears streaming, calling him a traitor. "What the?" he muttered, stepping outside. The air felt heavy, his heart pounding as he watched his world unravel in real time. Malaysia's voice cut through again. I begged him to take responsibility, but he chose silence. Doug's trainer followed him out. "Man, what's going on?" Doug just shook his head, eyes glassy. "I don't know if I'll ever be okay again." The internet was a circus now. TikTokers made side-by-side videos of Malaysia's confession and Jackie's collapse. Twitter threads dissected every word, every tear. "Malaysia got receipts?" one user posted. "Doug's been lying this whole time," another screamed. Celebrities chimed in, some sending love to Jackie, others praising Malaysia's courage. Even Mona Scott Young, the Basketball Wives producer, stayed silent, letting the chaos unfold. But then came the real fire. A leaked voicemail, allegedly from Doug to Malaysia, months before the live. His voice, low and urgent. "Jackie can't know. This'll ruin everything. Please, Malaysia." The audio spread like wildfire, confirming what fans suspected. Doug had known about the pregnancy and tried to bury it. The sympathy for Jackie surged. "He lied to her face," one tweet read. "Jackie deserves better than this clown." Malaysia's one-line statement hit next. "I'm done protecting men who don't protect me." The war was on. Jackie wasn't staying quiet. 48 hours after Malaysia's live, she called a press conference, live-streamed to millions. No glam, no filter, just Jackie in black sunglasses, her face set like stone. She stood at a podium, her voice steady but laced with fury. "To every woman who's ever been betrayed, I'm not here to clean up Doug's mess. I'm here to burn it down." The crowd gasped as she held up divorce papers, stamped and signed. "I gave Doug Christie 30 years, my youth, my loyalty, my heart, and he gave it away to someone I called a friend." She yanked off her sunglasses, her eyes blazing. "Malaysia, you didn't just break a home, you broke a legacy. Congratulations." The clip hit 50 million views in hours. Doug's brand deals vanished overnight. VH1 pulled his episodes. His publicist dropped him. Jackie, though, was rising. Talk shows booked her, Tamron Hall, The Real, even CNN. "I'm not a victim," she told the world. "I'm a voice for every woman who's had her world ripped apart." Malaysia wasn't backing down either. In her own interview, she sat calm, her hand resting on her belly. "I didn't plan this," she said, her voice soft but firm. "Doug made a choice. I made mine. My baby deserves to be acknowledged, and I won't apologize for that." Her PR team begged her to soften the narrative, warning of the homewrecker label. But Malaysia doubled down. "Jackie knew something was off," she said. "She chose to ignore it to protect her image. I'm not the villain for speaking my truth." The public split down the middle. Some hailed Malaysia as brave, a woman refusing to be silenced. Others called her a traitor, accusing her of chasing clout. X posts fueled the divide. Malaysia's a queen for standing up versus she's messy as hell for this. The drama was a cultural moment, with podcasts, blogs, and even late-night hosts weighing in. Doug, cornered, had no choice but to speak. In a solo interview, he looked hollow, his usual confidence gone. "I failed," he admitted, his voice heavy. "I let lust replace loyalty. I hurt Jackie, who gave me everything, and Malaysia, who didn't deserve this storm." He paused, fighting tears. "I can't fix this, but I can own it." The confession didn't help. His career was in ashes, sponsors gone, VH1 distancing itself, fans turning their backs. But the real twist was yet to come. As Jackie prepared for her next Basketball Wives taping, her phone buzzed with an anonymous message. The words sent a chill down her spine. "Doug isn't just hiding from you. He's hiding from someone else, and you won't believe who she is." Jackie's hand froze on the screen. The camera pulled back, the world waiting for the next chapter. Who was this mystery woman? And how much deeper did Doug's secrets go? The internet held its breath, ready for the next explosion. The fallout didn't stop there. Jackie's press conference had shifted the narrative, painting her as a phoenix rising from the ashes. She walked into the Basketball Wives studio, head high, ready to film the 3-part special VH1 had greenlit, Christie Uncut, The Fall of a Dynasty. The set was tense, the crew whispering as Jackie took her seat. "My name is Jackie Christie," she began, her voice like steel. "And this is the truth, no filter. I worshipped Doug. I built my life around him. But the moment Malaysia entered our world, that fantasy turned into a nightmare. Across town, Malaysia filmed her own segment, her tone defiant but tinged with sadness. "I didn't fall for Doug to hurt anyone," she said. But Jackie treated him like a possession. He was suffocating and I gave him a moment to breathe. She touched her belly, a quiet claim to her truth. "I won't apologize for this, baby." The internet kept burning. Leaked clips from the special hit X, with hashtags like Tarn Jackie V's Malaysia and Doug Dirty Christie trending. Even their daughter, Chantel Christie, posted a cryptic Instagram story. "This isn't TV, this is my life. I'm hurting." Fans rallied around her, begging for the family to heal. But then TMZ dropped a bombshell, surveillance footage from a hotel hallway, showing Doug in Malaysia at 2:03 a.m. I laughing hand in hand, entering a suite. The denial was dead. Jackie watched the clip on her phone, her face unreadable. "That's what love looks like to you, Doug," she whispered. She went live again, her final word to the world. "This is my last time speaking on this. Doug Christie, we are done. You don't deserve my tears or my legacy. You're not in my next chapter." The live ended and Jackie called Mona Scott. "Add a divorce filing scene to the finale," she said. The camera zoomed out, capturing a woman broken but unbowed. Malaysia, meanwhile, faced her own storm. Her inbox was flooded, half with support, half with hate. She posted a single ultrasound photo on Instagram with the caption, "This is my truth. My baby is my future." The comments were a war zone. "Stay strong, Malaysia," clashed with "You broke a family." Doug, now in a quiet apartment, was a ghost of himself. Paparazzi caught him, hoodie up, slipping into a low-key building. No mansion, no Jackie, just exile. Gossip sites ran with it. Doug Christie moves out after Malaysia's pregnancy reveal. His phone still buzzed with Jackie's name, but he couldn't answer. Not because he didn't want to, but because no words could undo what he'd done. The anonymous message lingered in Jackie's mind. Who else was Doug hiding? Was there another layer to this betrayal? Fans speculated wildly on X. Another woman? This man is a serial liar. Others wondered if it was a setup, a plot to keep the drama alive. But Jackie wasn't playing games anymore. She met with her lawyer, her publicist, and a new ally, Laura Govan, who'd had her own run-ins with Malaysia. "She's always been a snake," Laura said on set. "She plays innocent while plotting." Brooke Bailey chimed in, "Malaysia used Doug for a storyline. Now she's got a baby in a spotlight." The Basketball Wives cast was a war council, rallying around Jackie as she prepared to reclaim her narrative. The special aired, and the world tuned in. Jackie's divorce filing scene was raw, her signature on the papers a final act of defiance. "I'm not just leaving Doug," she told the camera. "I'm leaving the woman who let herself be defined by him." Malaysia's segment was quieter but no less powerful. "I'm not the villain," she said. "I'm a woman who loved someone and got hurt in the process. My baby is my priority now." Doug's interview closed the special, his voice barely above a whisper. "I lost everything because I couldn't be honest. If I could go back, I'd choose differently." The credits rolled, but the story didn't end. That anonymous message still sat in Jackie's inbox, a ticking time bomb. Who was the other woman? And what would Jackie do when she found out? The world was watching, waiting for the next truth to drop.